Hey guys, what's going on? This is Blessed Landown here, and I haven't done a Warpath in such a long time, so today I figured I'd do a Warpath video. For those of you who don't know, this series on my channel is just me taking a short gameplay. I'll talk about things that you wouldn't, about the Gears of War story that you wouldn't find in any of the campaigns or anything. But it's in the books. It's in fact, it's part of the story. It's actually a pretty big part of the story. The campaigns just aren't all that's there. There is a gigantic backstory to Gears of War, and I'm here to share that with you. So today I've gotten a request from the last video. I'll put the links to the first two videos in the description. But I will be talking about E-Day today. And why this is so important for those of you who are either seriously new to the Gears of War series or just brain dead. E-Day is Emergence Day. It's when the Locust first came into the story. It's when the Locust launched the entire worldwide attack on the humans of Sierra. That's the planet, for those of you who are, once again, brain dead. So, the motto, basically, of post-E-Day Sierra is, the lucky ones died on E-Day, which is kind of right. I mean, people on Sierra kind of went through complete hell. Anyway, basically 6 weeks after the signing of the peace treaty with the UIR, the Union of Independent Republics, the Locust Horde attacked all major cities on the surface. This event was called Emergence Day, and was the day the Locust Horde basically had finally emerged from the underground hollows of the planet that you visited in Gears of War 2. It was launched completely by surprise. It was a surprise, coordinated, full-scale, all-out assault upon the human race. Initial reports sent out on E-Day told the public to remain indoors and remain calm, believing that authorities had the situation completely under control, which is absolute bullshit. And as Emergence Day continued to unfold, the Locusts began mercilessly hunt down and butcher civilians in their own homes, businesses, and on the streets and everything, and it was absolute bloodbath. And the Locusts refused to distinguish between men, women, and children, and just pursued anybody they found, and with an unquenchable thirst for blood. It's absolutely ridiculous, and this is actually the kind of stuff I really like, in a game, because it's absolutely horrific, and it's just horrible. And then with the general public being unarmed, and with most of the COG army on the leave after the Pendulum Wars, the civilians of Sierra were almost helpless to defend themselves. And within 26 hours, a quarter of the human population was dead within days of the first, emergence. The global communications network had collapsed. But fortunately, for the COG, the Locusts did not tunnel their way to Jacinto, which was a gigantic part of the COG, and the South Islands, where unfortunately the horrible character Bernie came from. Her character's not bad, just the multiplayer character is just horrific. Basically, Chairman, when E-Day was around, there wasn't anything that had to do with Chairman Prescott. It was actually Chairman Thomas, and a year after E-Day, Chairman Thomas passed away from a heart attack, and Richard Prescott was elected into office. He attempted to unite the humanity for a counter-strike against the Locust Horde, which nobody had even heard of. I mean, everybody thought the entire human race was dead, but it was a counter-strike against the Locust Horde, but was unable to gain support from the COG member states, forcing them to undertake a single greatest imminent loss of life during the war. And Prescott, sorry, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself here. Prescott instated the Fortification Act and gave Syrians 3 days to retreat to Etheria, which was a big city that hadn't been attacked too hard yet, before he fired the Hammer of Dawn, which was actually the whole basis of the counterattack. The Hammer of Dawn would strike every city on the entire Earth except for 4 cities, which are Etheria, which is everybody had to retreat. The entire population of the human race had to retreat to within 3 days, which was bullshit. You had to retreat to Etheria. Another one that wasn't going to be attacked was Alima City, which fell in Gears of War 2. Jacinto, and the fourth one really wasn't mentioned, I don't think. But it was said that there were 4 cities that weren't attacked, and so everyone had nobody, not hardly anybody could get to Etheria. The lucky ones got there, and at a great cost to the human life and infrastructure of the entire world, the Locusts were not yet defeated after the hammer strikes. And over the next decade, the Locusts would continue to persist onslaught against humanity, and finally breaching Jacinto at the East Barricade Academy 10 years after Emergence Day, and putting Jacinto under siege for 5 years after that. E-Day was such a significant event in history of mankind that the age-old calendar system was abolished in favor of a year-marking system that involved counting years before and after E-Day to mark an event. Like, for instance, like BE would be before Emergence and AE would be after Emergence. And I think you guys have seen that in the in the games. But anyway, guys, this is a rather short commentary. It's I accidentally recorded a little too long. It's going into bullet march now. But I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. I hope you got a little bit of information about it. Leave a like, comment about if you want to see any, or if you want me to talk about anything in depth in the future, in future episodes, then I absolutely will do it for you guys. I love all you guys. Thanks again for 100, and I'll talk to you guys a little bit later.